Alright gang, this is a ride-on toy made by the Process Plastic Toy Company. They made this ride-on ATV, I know, from the early 70s. Probably, this one was probably bought in 92, 93, well, probably 93, 94. My mom and dad bought it for my son for Christmas. Let me take that back, it might have been 96, because they bought three. They only had three grandchildren at the time, my son being the oldest, and two nieces that were sisters. My son got this one, and the girls got, they were pink, I think they had white wheels, they had a shield, like a windshield screen, and when you push buttons they had flashing lights. I can't recall if it made a sound or not, but they were a little more, I don't know what word to use, but they had a little more accessories than this one. Now, my youngest brother had one in the 70s, and I knew that this one didn't look the way I remembered it. And the difference was, in the 70s, they didn't have a cargo compartment. I'll show you that. The seat just went all the way back. I tried to buy one from the 70s off of eBay. It was in really good shape, and once it broke 60 bucks, I was out, and it sold for, I think, like $75 or so, not including shipping. But it was all there, wasn't all beat up. It was scratched up in playware. My son liked it at first when he got it, but then he got to disliking it really quick, because you really can't pull yourself forward on this thing. Now, how it's made, all the kids ended up pushing backwards because, you know, where they're sitting here, the feet's here, and if they try to pull forward, they just put their feet into the rear tires. So that never worked. So he never was a fond of it. So it's pretty much the reason why it's in pretty good shape. It is a little dirty, and the chrome handlebars has got some rust on them I'll have to take care of. This thing's been sitting on the shelf in my, what used to be my office, for years, and it sits up on the top shelf. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while because I always thought these were pretty cool. Now let me show you the difference between this one and the earlier ones. Alright, now as I said, the earlier ones didn't have a cargo spot. And I'm saying earlier in the 70s. That's what I'm representing as early. I'm not sure when they first started making these. This one is not, no brakes, no nothing. Nothing's wrong with it. Hardly any wear on it. And the gas cap is still on it. It flips up. And all the tassels are still attached. Alright, here's a shot of the front. And you just have a chrome headlight and ATV decal. And I tried to wipe it down before I did this video, but it needs a good cleaning. But you got a speedometer, some switches, and the gas cap lifts open and closed. Alright, now, just so you know the size of this, tabletop to the handlebar is about 14 inches, and it's about a little over 16 inches long, maybe. Like I said, it's in really awesome shape. This is one of my son's toys that I really do like. I think the main reason because on Lake House in South Georgia there were three-wheelers down there, a 50, a 200, and a Big Red. Of course, we were too small to operate any of them, so I have no idea why they bought the 50. Because, you know, if you ever see a three-wheeler 50cc, it's tiny. It's real tiny. But we could always ride with people, and there was a lot of sand around the lakes down there, or dirt roads that is, and it was a blast. I remember having a good time. I've contemplated several times about buying me a Big Red, but the problem is I got two sheds, and I think the Big Red is too wide to get into either one of my sheds, and I'd hate to leave it outside until I got a shed put up, so I had to, I guess, buy a shed first and then hunt me down a good Big Red, which is getting harder and harder to do. But gang, I just wanted to show you this. This is just one cool little ride-on toy. I remember seeing them at the dime store, Woolworths, when I was a kid. Of course, you know, Woolworths, growing up here where I live, that was the most fabulous store in the world, because you could, you know, you had a toy department, beside it was pets, and then it had a big candy area. That store had everything. Fantastic. And a lot of my memories of toys come from Woolworths. It's kind of sad because when I first went to a real toy store, I thought I was going to cry. I must have been about 10, 11 years old. And we was in South Georgia. There was a huge mall. It was so huge they had a Kenworth dealership inside that mall. And I can't think of the name of the mall to save my life, and I don't think it's there any longer. But we was walking around that mall, and we went in that toy store, and it was just phenomenal to a kid who really loved toys back then. I just could not believe that what I was seeing. My life was changed on that day. Anyway, it wasn't that drastic, but it, you know, little kid that's never seen nothing like that, it was fabulous. And I can't believe I used the word fabulous. Pardon me. Alright, gang, that's it. I'm rambling again. But I just wanted you guys to check out this processed plastic Honda ATV from the, I'm going to say mid-90s. It doesn't have a date on it. But like I said, if you look them up online, the original ones have no compartment on the back for storage. They just have the seat. And I don't know how they compensated it. Was it that seat longer, the tank longer? I can't tell you that. All I know is this one has the compartment, and the original ones that I recall that I've seen online do not have the luggage compartment or storage compartment. Alright, gang, I appreciate it. Have a great day.